I'm Lola. This is The Sims 4, and today we are starting on the interior of the solar flare. And I'll be honest, so I've been sitting here for maybe an hour or so. I wanted to kind of come prepared to today's session because so far these Let's Builds have been kind of improv. And although I don't mind that per se, I was a little bit nervous about this kind of retro bar and like, what do I do with it? And I wanted to just like kind of come in and figure out, what kind of furniture, what kind of colors, what kind of vibes. Not necessarily to like design it off screen and then copy it, but just like figure out a rough plan. And while I was doing that, I decided I didn't like the layout. So it's so awkward. It's just not flowing very well. So I'm going to undo a couple of the things that I've done, such as, first of all, let me clear some space out. This can be gone for now. You know what? Hold on. Let me keep a couple of couches for references for later, but for now I can remove those. Did the windows good? The windows went. So let me just get regular lights for now so we can just see what's happening. Here and here and here and here and here and here and here, everywhere. So I would like to actually move this back to where it was. So if you remember last episode, I kind of moved this back to give room to the couches. But I think this will serve everything better if that is actually the entrance. Oh, there's the door. Let's see. Let's put it to 2. Let's add a couple of windows out here. Because this corner is actually where I want to put the bathrooms. So let me just move them down. Yeah. Perfect. This way the stage can move back all the way to the windows. Whoa. Oh, that was a rug. Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fabulous. And okay, we also don't need that wall. Here's my rough plan. I think I would like to maybe add one more bar section, because I'm still not sure what should go here. Either extension of the bar, let's make it huge. We don't have to be shy about it. We can just go all out. However, I think maybe where would this even be? Here? No. There we go. A dartboard or 2 might be a fun activity to put in here. We don't have too much stuff going on in base game at all. I mean, these are only what, like a year old or something like that from the cozy celebration and then whatever this was, I guess. Like, we have the game table. I thought about putting here. I'm still undecided. I don't know if there will be room, to be honest. Everything else is like solo activities, which is just not cool in my opinion. But I thought it was just, nicer to add something than not, I suppose. Like, honestly, base game will forever be a struggle for me, I think. It is not an easy game for me, I suppose. To say it nicely. Anyways, so like the tables will still be in the central area. I don't know how many we need. Maybe it's worth it to make. Why do you do that? Like, the wall was already there. Like, keep it going. Like, it's not that hard. I guess it is for you. Anyways. And then, like, one couch section here instead. So my slightest problem is that this feels a little bit cramped still. I don't know, maybe it's a chair. Plus, it's a weird way to look at the stage as well. So maybe this is it? Like, that's more of like a slightly VIP. No, I wanted a table, man. Like a slightly a slightly VIP area. Let me shut the game down because that might have been kind of loud and I can't undo that anymore. But yeah, the mic is a little bit close to my speaker as well, so it picks that stuff up. So a little bit of the noise helps, I'm sure, but not too much. Yeah. There we go. You might hear that, you might not, but you definitely won't overhear it. That's the point. Yeah, okay, a coffee table. This is a little bit big now. So we're going retro again. Yeah, I'm into it. Cool. Yeah, I think this is just a much nicer layout. I wish we had, like, I think here maybe I'll just copy this concept. Yeah, one more, and then, just like a little bit extra seating, maybe people waiting for the bathrooms or just like waiting for their friends to show up. If this was more real life examples, I suppose. Anyways, yeah. Should the bar be on a platform? I think so. That's not what I was hoping for. I was hoping it would not move the bar. And then we can also then extend this a tiny way. Yeah, why not? Okay, let's move this up. Let's remove the fence. Oh yeah, I'm into it. Or am I? I'm so picky about this. You know what? I'm gonna keep it for now. If I don't like it, then I'll change it. For now, it will do. And, anyways. Should all of them... No. No, they shouldn't. Should this be also... Hold on, give me a minute. Okay, I actually have it figured out. So, this will have plenty of platforms. This will be a nightmare for drunk people. But thankfully, we don't have such problems in The Sims. So this is not, what are you doing? An issue, technically. But if this was a real bar, woo. Anyways, hold on. There's a weird game we have to play with the platforms. Cool, okay. So I actually need the tall walls to make this bar not feel so cramped. But the bar will be technically on the ground level. It's on the flattest plane, essentially. Then this area, the tables and the seating area is going to be, one up. However, this section will be up twice. Hold on, let me just remove this. Because this is where the stairs will be. It's not just, platforms. It's also stairs. This will be on the same level as well. So I'll move those guys up. Here we go. You too. Yes, everybody on the same? Nope. One too many. There we go. All right. Which means this is also going to be, you guessed it, one up. So let's see. Let's remove that. But what this will allow us to also do is to have a really cool entrance. So hopefully this will be as easy as it was the first time, which was not easy at all, but I got the hang of it. Okay, I'm doing it. Okay, here we go. So the stairs, I really like that it's easy, kind of this overall layout. So you can kind of see what I'm trying to get at, right? So these are the cool, awesome stairs that we're gonna have here, and I don't know exactly what I want to do with the entrance per se. Go under, please. You went under before. Rude. If I do this, will that help me? Oh, thank God. Right? I can't tell. Is this? Ugh, whatever. Okay. I think that's pretty cool. And we do have that little kind of... God, it just looks like a nipple to me now. really, really bad nipple. All right, get it together, girl. You have an awning to do, not to be weirded out by other awning shapes. Sorry, I'm just having a little fun. Anyways, come on, you got this. Yeah, there we go. I think this is looking a little bit more retro on the outside as well. When I was doing, I researched a little bit about the different styles of retro buildings, which was kind of hard to find, to be honest. There weren't that many easy to find references of retro stuff. Yeah, we should do a little round platform in the back as well. Most of the references were residential homes. It's not 100% the same thing, but similar enough. Do I make him a little smaller? It doesn't need to be that long. Why wouldn't you bring... I don't get it. Why is it when I drag walls within platforms, they don't take anything with them? Because if I dragged it here, it would have taken the... see? Exactly. But no, that's apparently too much to ask. So far, I've transformed this bar quite a bit, but I think between the windows and the color scheme, I think this will look great. So let me take a look at wallpapers and see what is out there. I had a look earlier and they were not that bad. So let me pull out some of the contenders that I like. Okay, there's actually one other one that I like, which is the blocked out, which is similar to this one on the right-hand side, just textured. That's fun as well. So, as you can see, they all follow the exact same color scheme, essentially, of white, black, grayish, and red. Honestly, I don't entirely care, ever did, for the Braille wallpaper, which I found out earlier today that it is called Bumpalicious, which is actually quite funny. Yeah, that is pretty hilarious. But I think this is the one and only time that I would have a good chance to use it. So if I can find a spot for it, I will most definitely try my best to fit that in. These ones in the middle, they're not that bad. Also this is quite retro. The tiles on the right hand side, the blocked out and the patterned plaster, essentially the same thing, just one is textured, one isn't. That would be a pretty good exterior, I think, compared to the one that we have now, especially because this one will fit with the windows a little bit better. This is not a good example of it, but these tiles, I think they will work really well in the bathroom. And this, wood texture that we got in some event, I don't know how recently, I really actually enjoyed this one right here, but I don't think this is a color scheme for this specific bar. Now, the red looks really great too, to be honest. It's really well done wallpaper. I wish we had that all along. This could be the accent on this pillar. Although I do actually like the one that's currently there. It is a little bit more retro actually now that I look at them side by side. But this is just nicer. All right, here we go. Let's see what I can fit in here. So let's maybe start with the bathrooms. I think, what if this whole waiting area was just red? Because it wasn't before. It was both colors. And then the stalls can be black. Or what if the entrance is white and the red is an accent, similar to what it was before? So it's here and there. Or is the white an accent? Hold on, I have an idea. Let's put... Okay, so I think I would rather have the red as a perimeter of the whole bathroom. And then the central wall will be black. And I don't think white will fit in here well because it's a little bit too bright. I want this... it is bright because of all the pot lights, but those are temporary. So I think the mood lighting that we had before definitely needs to be kept. So let me make those stairs bigger because I only did that temporarily because moving the platforms all up and down messes with them. But you know what, if I move this one up to be the same, let's check. yeah, on the same level, then also the stairs freak out less. With that said, which was actually nothing, should the stage be round? Everything else is, so I think it might as well, right? Yeah, let's do that. Really? Are you serious? That's a bummer. Give me a minute to think this through. I don't know if there's a fix for this or not. I couldn't really find one, and I am not going on the internet to troubleshoot it, sorry. That's just gonna be unfortunate, and I will try not to look at it. You know what, maybe I'll put some flowers or something really random in front of it so it doesn't look that bad, because I don't think we can have a light floor. Do we go retro because of these tiles? They're like a retro throwback. Oh, definitely not red. That was a bad idea. And also, like, why is every color, like, come on. I like this game. Anyways, also not the best floor for drunk people, in my opinion. I feel like this would only, with all the different levels and whatnot, this would only aid in a lot of tripping over and getting dizzy. Ooh, this is fun. This is a little better. Maybe brown? Not that it's a big difference, to be honest. Okay, let's stick to walls, because that was actually my main prerogative. Okay, let me run through these other ones really quickly. That's dirt. Why did I click on this? Not as retro, to be honest. Not as retro. Retro, but wrong colors. And this is the one that we have. Oh, they do come in different colors. What if it was white? Let's see. Is it too whitewashed? I do legitimately enjoy the light colors of these. Like, it goes really well with everything. So, indecisive again over here. That's all right. I also really enjoy these because they don't look like wood to me. Like, I understand it's brown, but to me this still looks like tile. And again, really love this wallpaper, honestly. So good. I wish everything was this good quality. So we have this kind of white, or white. Or we can go just gray. But I'm gonna keep this for now and we'll see what happens. Okay. Yeah, like this is very retro. I'm into it. Like, I'm glad I'm able to finally use these in a build, because it's not like I ever do. So I think maybe the bar can be red, but the stage is darker, so the focus is more on the performance, you know, the imaginary performance. Do we go this good anywhere? That's too dark now. Okay. What about the circles? That's not too bad either, but I think I enjoy, yeah, the more actual retros. This is, I think, too busy, so I prefer to stick with this one. What about this one? Because this is the only brown one. What if that was kind of the overall one? And what I mean by this, and then everything else is at like an accent. So here, let me color everything in with this guy. Let me then add the stone back. Cool. And then everything else is an accent. So this right there, beautiful. This whole wall. In the entrance, we can do this one right here. One other wall color. Something like that. Does it come in different colors? It comes in a dark one. Should it be here? Oh, I'm into this because it changes colors. But let's see. So then in the front, no. Go back to this one. No. What if I was wrong? What if this should be that wood color, the wood panel, but the bathroom is red instead? I am having a hard time here because I don't want this to be too overwhelming. I don't want every single wall to be different, but I do want this to be interesting, and I thought maybe starting with the walls was the right move, but maybe it wasn't. So let me undo all of the walls that I am unsure about. Like, I think these should stay. Or should they? Maybe Maybe I need to prep a little bit more next time. No, let's make that red. Let's make that fancy and poppy. As in make it pop. And we can highlight that. No, that's one too many. You know what? Fine. Okay, I'm into it. Here's why. The exit and the entrance are the same color. Boom. Beautiful. Just because it spills over, that's not a bad thing. So now let's do the outside. And I think it should be the textured one. But let's see. Yeah, let's keep it textured. That's number one. But are we keeping the same color? Should this also have accents? This exit could be that color. And maybe just this under the awning is a different color as well. Okay, I would like this to be whiter, just for me. Okay, so I still think this is a little bit far out there. Let me double check the maths. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I don't know how this looks. I like the colors. I hate the windows. Maybe that's what's throwing me off. So let's go red. I wish the outside was red, not the inside. Oh, maybe white then? No, I think it should match the outside. Or should it match the inside? I'm all over the place today. It's like I've never done this before. Yeah, okay, let's match the inside. These don't need to be super dark, but honestly, this is good enough. Change this door to be the same one as the front one. Wait, what the front one was supposed to have been, which was this one. Is this centered? Yes. Stick with what you know, baby girl. That will serve me well, I think. We'll find out. Okay, I'm gonna just turn these all to the red and dark trim, and I take that back. Let's go safer. Let's go this dark uniform gray color. I think it's okay. For now, this will do. Oh, okay. Horrendous design averted for the time being, at least. All right, so should I be doing curb appeal right now? I don't know, but I most definitely should be coloring the steps in, and this is a platform, so it's somewhere else for some god unknown reason. Should this be red? I wouldn't call this black or white. I'm also thinking about the exterior colors. So if the inside is so dark and moody, shouldn't the outside be the same, to be honest? Like, why are we catfishing? You know? And also, I really don't like that red. Like, that blue and the blue of the swatch don't match at all. Like, not even, sisters. But, like, such a lovely color. So do we, in that case, change everything inside to blue? Can't, because that wallpaper does not come in a blue. Of course, it does not. There are other blue wallpapers, I suppose, but none of them this retro. Let's see, does this come in light blue by any means? It comes in like a really gray, dusty blue. Okay. This is really not going my way, and I'm not entirely sure what to do. Do I cut all of this out and just get rid of the unusable footages? Or do I bring you along on my indecision journey? I'm a little bit torn, so what I'm actually gonna do is step away for a little bit, or do I just trust the system, the process, not the system, never trust the system. Okay, I decided to power through because we need to get some things done, and I see where I messed up. It shouldn't be this dark on the inside. That's really all it is. The reason being is because it wasn't originally this dark on the inside either. There were so many windows, and where have they gone? That's my bad. So let's bring some of them back. Let's make this, it doesn't have to be a very dark place. It just has to be, let me do it from the outside. 2 up. Here It just has to be awesome. Yeah, this is a little bit nicer already. And that means that let's use the lighter version of the Braille wallpaper. Like the floor can be dark. Why not? Because they had white furniture in here originally, a lot of it. Like, so yeah, that's where I lost my ways. Let me recolor the stairs as well. And what is the difference between the other red? It's a little darker. Fabulous. Is there a darker trim color, or sorry, platform color? Because that is not that dark, to be honest. I think this comes in a pretty dark one. I just wish it didn't have the white on it. This comes in the black one. Okay, better. It's not ideal, but better. Okay, what other stair colors are there? Can also do white. It's a little too stark, to be honest, compared to the floor. Let me keep them black for now. So why is that sconce? Oh, because we moved platforms. It's like, why is it so low, like right above the toilet? Okay, so this is not an episode I expected to have. Essentially, not much has changed in a way. Like, yes, the layout, but there was a lot of things for me to figure out. And still is, such as, you know, outdoor columns, for example. Like, we need to have something here. I'm just not sure which is the right retro. Honestly, okay, let's go with the thicker one. And then I can go in the back as well and add it to maybe here on the outskirts. Something like that. Yeah, why not? Just to add a little bit extra detail. And anyways, actually being all over the place today. So this sign, actually, they had it blue. This is the original sign. I did not change it to be blue. And their interior was, in fact, red, white, and not very blue. Although they have blue windows, I guess. Ugh, whatever. Okay, I'm having a weird recording day, so I'm just gonna end this here. I'm happy with the progress. I'm just sorry that, you know, this is not the most exciting follow-up episode, I suppose. That's what I feel bad about. But anyways, we are getting closer. This is going to be so much more interesting now, actually. So I'm very glad that I took the time to do this. So it's not just like a very plain, boring, you know, base game build. So thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.